Parents orchids and parents dandelions. Hi, I'm Julia Alconti from our YouTube channel, Erico Rodell be with you. You ask us for sincerity, but you are offended if we tell you the truth. Then what do we do? Do we offend them out of sincerity or do we lie to them out of education? Decide for yourselves. Parenting is a complex challenge. Each parent has their own style and approach to this. However, in recent years particular attention has been paid to two types of parents: orchid parents and dandelion parents. Where do these terms prominently come from? These terms are inspired by the characteristics of these plants and describe two contrasting approaches to parenting. Orchid parents are those who have a high sensitivity or HSP, highly sensitive person. Like the delicate orchid flowers, these parents are more sensitive to environmental stimuli. What does this mean? This means that they can feel emotions and changes in their environment more intensely, which can influence their personality and of course their interaction and behavior with their children. Orchid parents are generally more cautious and thoughtful, so they can be more easily overwhelmed by emotional and social demands. In contrast, dandelion parents are those who have greater resilience and flexibility in the face of adversity. Like dandelions, which are known for their ability to thrive in a variety of conditions. These parents have remarkable adaptability. Dandelion parents can handle stressful situations with ease and bounce back quickly from any difficulties or problems. All this allows them to provide their children with a more stable and less affected environment. Orchid parents are highly sensitive people, which can have a significant impact on raising their children. What consequences does this characteristic of the personality of orchid parents bring to their children? Greater empathy and responsiveness to their children's needs, more open communication, and an emotionally rich family environment. However, it also brings greater susceptibility to stress in a general sense, emotional overstimulation, which could lead to emotional instability, and therefore problems managing their children. Orchid parents often experience heightened sensory processing sensitivity, or SPS, which means they can become overwhelmed by certain sensory stimuli, such as noise and bright light. How does this influence your ability to relate to your children? Could this greater sensory sensitivity affect your relationship with your children in the family environment and of course in their upbringing? Of course, yes. However, this can become a useful tool that allows them to better understand and better meet the needs of their children, creating a more comfortable and pleasant environment at home for their children and for their family in general. Orchid parents are quite apprehensive, which makes them proceed with greater caution and concern for the well-being of their children. This causes them to have a more protective approach with their children and a protective parenting. Is this beneficial? It could be, but only in terms of safety and care, since it could also lead to an imbalance in terms of exposure to routine life experiences and things, as well as a feeling of insecurity and fear in your children or the psychological paralysis of these. Let's not forget that the experiences are themselves promoted by learning and human development and therefore of our children. Another characteristic that orchid parents usually have is a high sensitivity to noise. Therefore, the excessive noise that is sometimes generated in homes with several children becomes something really disturbing for them, which will influence their family behavior as adults and as parents. This is why, when faced with noisy situations at home, orchid parents can hyperreact or react with anger and great disgust at the innocent or conscious actions of their children when interacting with their siblings. In these situations, little patience becomes the prey of the orchid parents, being able to generate aggressive situations towards their children. What to do then? In these cases, orchid parents have to adopt suitable strategies to minimize excessive noise in the family environment, manage the situation, and try to promote a quieter environment without so much noise that relaxes everyone at home. Another aspect to take into account when raising children is stress. In daily life, we are all subjected to stress, and orchid parents are no exception. Because of their characteristics and personality, they are more likely to feel and experience this, which leads them to overstimulation, due to their high sensitivity, which makes it difficult for them to manage. How to handle this? What would happen to them if stress wins the battle? Could it affect them at home, their children, partner, and the family in general? The overload of tasks and responsibilities more present in the homes, where only one is that he works on the street, and the other stays at home with his responsibilities too, can lead the family to disaster, to arguments, to emotional problems between the adults in the family, who could harm the general emotional well-being. The couple's relationship, and therefore their ability to handle family situations that arise, no matter if they are difficult or routine, and the upbringing of children. What can be done in this case? The adult couple in the family must seek self-care, communication, support, and understanding in order to try to manage it prudently and avoid arguments in front of the minors. In case you can't handle them by yourself, seek help. All this to maintain a healthy family balance. Orchid parents and dandelion parents present two different approaches to parenting. Both approaches have their advantages and challenges. Therefore, understanding the influence of high sensitivity or tolerance, empathy, and stress management in their family development and in raising their children can help them adapt their script, creating balance, respect, harmony, and love, necessary for the normal growth and development of their children. I end with two questions. 1. What kind of parents do you identify with? 2. Which do you think handles parenting better? If you liked the video and the information presented, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others. Give me a like or a dislike without obligation. Do not forget that this YouTube channel, everyone is welcome. See you.